1962, August 6, Jamaica became an independent state. All subjects that was born on the island of Jamaica, except for a compound, would be British national after the independence. Just like gone on YouTube, figure your brain some new food. Hello people, and welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time on the channel, a special welcome to you. I ask that you check out the rest of my videos. If you like what you see, give them a thumbs up, leave a comment, but more than anything, I'm asking that you subscribe to the channel. I want to wish all my subscribers a happy new year. This is actually my first vlog for 2022. Today's video is going to be about the feud that's going on between Chief Richard Curry, who is the compound chief in the Cockpit Country in Jamaica, and the current Prime Minister of Jamaica, Andrew Holness. I am a Jamaican, and when it comes to the Cockpit Country and the Maroons, to be honest, I know very little about it. As I was growing up, not a lot was taught in school, and I remember my mom telling me that we are of the Maroon tribe. But that's pretty much all I really know. When my mom told me that, I just thought it was the entire Jamaica that are of the Maroon tribe. So now that I'm older and I'm hearing more and more about the Maroons of Jamaica, and it seems as if there is a segregation where some Jamaicans can claim that they are of the Maroon tribe and others can't. I'm not so sure what makes a Jamaican a Maroon. How do you know that you are of the Maroon tribe or you're not of the Maroon tribe? Anyway, that could be an answer you guys could give me in the comment section, or that could be an entire other vlog. What I want to discuss today or comment on is sovereignty. Does the Chief Richard Curry has a right to claim the Cockpit Country, in particular a compound, as a different country as to Jamaica, or does Andrew Holness have the right to disregard such claim and says the entire Jamaica is Jamaica? Okay, I'm going to be as impartial and fair as I can on this whole subject based on the information that I found. Everybody knows that all Jamaicans that look like myself are from descendants of slaves that was brought to Jamaica. And it is clear that over the time of slavery in the Caribbean, the slaves that were brought to Jamaica turned out to be the most rebellious of all slaves in the Caribbean. So they did give the Spaniards, who initially took them there, some serious fight. The Spaniards gave in, and they gave a section of Jamaica to these rebellious slaves. And the rebellious slaves kind of make a little society out of it. And when the British took over from the Spanish, the same was given. So in reality, it seemed as if there was a country within a country. The Spanish gave a compound to the rebellious slaves, and the British also recognized the independence of this area that was called the compound, Cockpit Country today, that belonged to these slaves. So Jamaica continued to run as an independent country with the exemption of this area, like, okay, they are outcasts or whatever. And this was done legitimately. So there are paperwork to prove that this actual handover was made, and signatures or whatever. It was officiated that this area, the British, has nothing to do with it. The only problem is this is in the middle, so it's kind of landlocked, but there are many countries of the world that are landlocked and they're still independent countries. However, in 1962, when the British gave Jamaica its independence, this is where it gets tricky and could be a bit blurred there to the Jamaican people. In 1962, when Jamaica get independence, well, couldn't have said including the Accompong area because that was already given independence. So if you see where I'm going with this, so in reality, the people of the Maroon town in Jamaica that is claiming an independent sovereignty, to an extent, they are correct if you're going by paperwork. But at the same time, I'm going to rebut that. Accompong, from my understanding and legal standings, should remain a sovereign state even when Jamaica became independent, because the rest of Jamaica was what the British have to give. The British no longer had Accompong to give. So the government that's taken over in independence now would have to make some treaty or some new arrangement with the Accompong chief in 1962. Did that happen? I don't know. I didn't bother to research it, because in reality, as much as I find the legitimacy of Richard Curry and the people of Accompong saying this is now our own country, I rebut it because of this. When it comes to politics and handovers, there's a lot of trickery. It's similarly to when Jamaica took independence from Britain. So 1962, August 6, Jamaica became an independent state. In my eyes, it means all subjects, because that's what they call us, all subjects that was born on the island of Jamaica, except for Accompong, would be British national after the independence. Let's say I'm born 1950. And I'm a British subject. I can be dragged and dropped in anywhere that British rule because I'm a British subject. So technically I'm a British citizen. When the British decide to give the country independence, anybody born after August 6, 1962 would now be called a Jamaican national, a subject of Jamaica. So I brought that up because I've done a whole video on that before. Just as how millions of Jamaicans were robbed of their, well, let me correct my statement. Just as how millions of British subjects were forced to take Jamaican nationality after August 6, 1962, it's pretty much the same I'm suspecting happening here with our Accompong people. So the British gave independence to their Accompong people, but now that they're giving independence to the country, they're just saying, well, you are all slaves, you're all Maroons, so the whole country is now yours. Could be, could be not. Here is where I have to rebut and say the Jamaicans who were born before 1962 and the people who are claiming to be Cockpit Country's national and not Jamaicans, here's where the trickery went down, and here is where you guys, in my opinion, lost your rights. So all the Jamaicans that were born before 1962, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, and it could be a legal loophole for the British to say, yeah, that's it, is that after 1962, all the people that were born before 1962 who took out Jamaican passports or Jamaican driver's license or signed to any Jamaican official document that was provided to them, you gave up your right as a British citizen. You gave up your right as an Accompong citizen. So if all the people who live in the Cockpit Country right now, who has TRN for Jamaica, Jamaican passport, Jamaican driver's license, technically a good lawyer, a good team of attorney could tell you guys that as much as that legal document still stand, you all gave up your rights to claim any other nationality other than Jamaican when it comes down to the cockpit country. Just a simple action like that. So, maybe I just said too much and I've opened up the eyes and ears of a lot of legal minds in Jamaica. And now the government of Jamaica has an angle where it can step down, because anybody where it can step up. So anybody who truly wants to fight and claim the accompanying treaty would have to be a baby who was born like right now. That takes, and the baby would have to be born in a compound, and the baby cannot take any legal document, aid, or, you get what I'm saying, from the Jamaican government. So, technically, Andrew Holness is wrong. Well, I mean, I say Andrew Holness. The government of Jamaica is wrong, and technically, the chief of the accompanying state is also wrong, if you get my argument just now. So what I'm saying is, the Jamaican government can't just not acknowledge the cockpit country and its treaty documents, and then it's Jamaica. And at the same time, the cockpit country residents can not acknowledge the fact that they're already signed up as Jamaican citizens who use Jamaican currency, who benefit from the Jamaican legal services, its constitution, and so on and so forth. If the constitution of, well, I can't say that because I was going to say if the constitution of Jamaica says accept the cockpit country, but it wouldn't say that, because when Jamaica became independence, the cockpit country independence was already established a long time ago. So it's kind of a tricky one, people. Jamaica is a very small country. Am I in support of the cockpit country becoming a sovereign state? I'm in support of Jamaica, the whole Jamaica, including the cockpit country. I would like to see my people treated fairly, better, and it's too much of a small country to be cutting and dicing and dividing. You know, we just need a government in place that is actually there for the people. So I don't really want to see no slicing and dicing and all that. That's just going to create chaos, to be honest. Like I said in previous videos, you know, get rid of the dinosaurs of dinosaur politicians of Jamaica and just get Jamaica to get with the times. Treat our people fairly. Let the young Jamaicans want to go to foreign just for visit but not run away because there's no opportunities or gain in Jamaica. You know, we need to get rid of the whole fashion political minds of Jamaica and have Jamaica being one. So that's it. So again, I'm not siding with any, but I put this out there so Curry and Holness can actually give it a thought to realize that they're both right, but they're both wrong. It's a tricky situation. Let me know what you think about this video, people. As you know on my channel, I appreciate thumbs up, thumbs down, agreement and disagreement, because at the end of the day, people, each one teach one. You've reached the end of my video, and that in itself is a support that I truly appreciate. Other ways that you can support this channel is by giving this video a thumbs up. But the most important way to support my channel is to hit that subscribe button so you do not miss out on any of my future uploads. The third way to support this channel is to go to my Teespring account and purchase any of my merch. And the fourth way that you can support this channel is joining me on Patreon to give me a contribution to help me to do what I do here on YouTube. Once again, I want to thank all of you guys for checking out my video and ask that you continue to join me, Ian T. Sabas, here on YouTube to see where my journey takes me. Until next time, peace.